my tongue. His youngest son. Wow, what the hell happened to him? This is a miracle, bro. You see how far I came? Holy cow. He's going to be playing Barrett. Yeah, where is he? He's going to be playing basketball, man. He's taller than his other brothers. Holy fucking, he's a good guy. What do you need, Effie? A-H-U-R-E. W2VW, W3XL.
Kind of funny. I don't usually do buzzard type transmissions, but it seems like tonight, the way we're going, it just seems kind of forced into buzzard type transmissions. So bear with me a little bit and try to keep it short. We covered a lot of ground. We really covered a lot of ground tonight, and it's all fascinating, interesting stuff. And there's many different directions we've touched on. And if I heard you right, I jumped down. And, I heard you right. You said when you worked for Merck. So just throw that out there next time around, if I heard that correctly, because I'm retired from Merck. 28 years for that nightmare of a company, but it put me in a lifestyle I have become accustomed. But when I was able to get out, I got out. So anyway, enough on that. I'm not going to spend much time on that. I am pretty fascinated and interested with your wife and her father, because they seem like interesting people that I can learn a lot from. And I'm always been an international minded kind of person. Always been interested in radio, joined the Navy to travel the world and fulfill that and all. And since getting out of the Navy, I still have this need to learn about the rest of the world and get down in the weeds on some of this stuff and history, and not just European history, but world history in different places and different times. And this stuff keeps my fascination. I think I could probably sit down and talk with you and your wife a bit. I really would have liked to have met your father-in-law too, and sit down and chat with him. Seems like he would have been an interesting guy and get some perspective on things. So just wanted to comment on that. But I have been listening and taking it all in. Whether I actually commented on everything that I've heard on the go-arounds is another thing. So anyway, all fascinating stuff. I'm always on the quest for more knowledge. I don't know why that is, but I've always quest to learn more. Whether it's in my job or in the world or life or people. Of course, some people like, okay, I've heard enough. I don't want to know anymore. And then other people like, tell me more. So I'm sure you get that. Excuse me. The whole equal time thing. Yeah, that was kind of funny. And it's the art of the deal. So that's all kind of fun. Going back to radio. I got a frog in my throat. Is that Fabio? There's Aldo. What is it? Marco, Aldo. Oh man, I got an itchy throat. I'm gonna have to stop. I think the guy I worked recently, the third one, was Fabio. So Aldo Franco are the regulars, and then I always wanted Fabio might be the other guy that I worked with recently. And I'm just gonna have to turn this over to Dave. Dave, my throat won't stop itching. 100 milliwatts, 10 a.m. Fantastic. Go ahead, Dave. Pick it up while I choke over here. W3SLK, W2VW to take it while AA3RE over here chokes.
Oh, man. Sorry that got that far. Now you got to listen to me. That's going to make it even worse. AA3RE, W3SLK, from W2DW. I'm going to make this my last transmission, because I got other things to do here tonight. My schedule, originally projected schedule, is going to run me out of radio at this time. I got to stick to it. That's right, Fabio. Hey, I don't know why I didn't remember that. I'm looking for his call here, right? Yeah. Got so many scratch pads, shoulder, chicken scratch. You start out the top, the handwriting is really neat. You get to the bottom, and it says boob jobs. Columbia plastic surgery. Let's see. So, yeah, I know a guy who sent his wife on a vacation to Thailand to get various things patched up, fixed up, and all that. And,
Bad night for the roundup.
Anyway, I could get into my invention. I have two of them. I'll mention it only because we got close to the subject. I was thinking, well, how can you improve on boob jobs? I mean, you can make them this size, that, do this, do that. And I always thought, gee, you know, what you could do is you could add more foods, like, you know, animals have. You know, you can have like 4 of them, or maybe 6. You know, maybe they'll start doing that in the future. And my other invention is marriage contracts. It would keep the lawyers busy, and you could have a 5-year term with your marriage contract. It'd be just like the union stuff, you know, and you could negotiate. The next contract is coming up. You know, you could go on strike. Of course, we're going to do that all the time. Anyway, that's my other invention. And my third one is stick-on warts. But I won't tell you about that one tonight. Anyway, yeah, my tower that I have that's laying here, you can see pictures of it on QRZ because it's still up because that's my old place, and those pictures are 10 years old now. Some of them are older than that. It's an old 71-foot tall, very, very heavy duty crank up tilt over tower. Extremely heavy duty, like really heavy duty. It's also really old. I've seen that tower with ridiculous antenna on it. Previous owner had it, and he wanted to put up a larger tower, so we bought a brand new one, and $50,000 later, between that and the amplificator device that he specified, and he was all set to kick ass on 20, and kick ass he did. Anyway, you know, Mike, if you get on 10 meter AM on a late morning and you hear G3YPZ, he's using the DDS VFO on his. I think he's got a DX100U, which is the European version of a Greek kit DX100, and he may also use the DDS on something else. So there'd be a good guy to talk to about that. Very active on that band. So if you hear anybody, you're going to hear him. And just think, Bear and Trump, they were thinking ahead. Maybe they knew he was going to be that tall. And he maybe play basketball, and he could just change it around slightly. He could be Bayron. Trump. He's on the team. I used to go to a junkyard, and the place was named Barons by like the people's grandparents that started it in the 50s. And they used to call it Bayrons. Anyway, I'll listen out, but that's it for me. You don't want to get me in trouble. I don't want to get me in trouble. It's been fun and educational. W3SLK, A3RE, 73 for now. W2, very weak.
Yeah, Pete, go ahead if you want to say something to Dave before he checks out. Go ahead.
Well, that's a bit out of my thinking now. I wasn't prepared for that, but okay. It has been fun, and I'm pretty much about done because I got to go to the shorter wavelengths, which I don't know how good that's going to be tonight, Dave. It's a mess there. It's so noisy, so much mess. So pretty good chance at 10 meters still being open at 0107 in the evening. So interesting in that. But yeah, the band has been hopping. Things are really good, especially when you get that backscatter stuff. And Fabio's call that I have is Italy 0 Lima Bravo Echo. So if that's the same guy, just wondering. So that's about all I got for Dave. Thanks for coming in tonight. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday night at some point on the same bat channel, same mode, same band, and all that. But that's my next availability would be again on Sunday about the same time, give or take. So go ahead, Mike. AA3RE.
Yeah, okay. 83RE with W2BW signing. This is W3SLK. Yeah, I got to go up and take my meds. But yeah, Dave, good hearing you in there tonight. Yeah. Now I know you're married to a Latina. You know you don't want to get them pissed off at you unless you wake up with a Latina smile on you. Remember Helena Bobbitt? She was a Latina. Yeah, now working for Snap-on Tools.
Oh man.
That killed me. That was awful. Anyway. All right, yeah, we're just catching you in here. I'll try to be in there tomorrow night. As usual. Who knows? We'll talk more. Politics. Hell, I don't give a. I'm easy to get along with. And Pete, yes, I worked 32 years for Merck here at Cherokee. And I probably, by your location, you're probably down there at West Point. Matter of fact, the guy that was plant manager down there at West Point, he was plant manager up here before he went down there, and now he's pretty much high on the food chain. Tom McCubbin. He was a square shooter. I'll grant him that, but I understand he really went down there and ruffled some feathers. Yeah, I worked as an instrument tech and was a hazmat and firefighter up here for a lifetime. I like it, but it's just that, they're closing plant. The production is ending at the end of December. You know, whether somebody goes in there or not, I don't know, but I don't understand it when they put all new, I bet you about 12 brand new substations in there over the last 3 years. They got all new 69 kV lines ran to it, and from two sources. So the infrastructure is all there. It's got a rail spur. We got main rail line that went right behind us there. So I don't understand why it wouldn't be good for a manufacturing facility, and then the interstate is not very far at all. But I digress. Yep, spent a lot of time there. Yeah, I get in there more often. Actually, I don't care. I'll answer questions about the wife. I don't think she's told me at all anyway. She's a good person. Always need to talk about that country. So you get to put the ribbons on it then, Pete. We'll catch you in there tonight. Dave, drop me an email when you can. Hopefully Rick Hurd's got a good earful tonight. Both from an analytical and a comedic issue. What are we doing there, Pete? AA3RE, W2BW signing. This is the voice of Rushtown, WPSLK 1073, and I'll be clearing your final. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's been good fun tonight. You guys both have had me smiling a couple of times over here, and just one more smile with both of your Latino wives. I can understand how that could be. Although not that much different, to be honest with you. My wife is Scots and Scandinavian, and believe it or not, I think women are just kind of programmed in that way. So they're not. She looks like Scandinavian, but she has the personality of a Latina. So anyway, it's too funny. I was over here smiling about all that. So I'm not off the hook just because she's not Latina and she's from Northern Europe. So anyway, it's just kind of funny. I think it's just wife programming. They must go to school and share the same handbook. So yeah, in the future we'll have to cover that Merc ground just a little bit. Kind of interesting. We share a lot of things there. I worked in the powerhouse at West Point. We generated upwards of 80 to 90 megawatts, 2 gas turbines, a bunch of different diesels, and boilers, steam generation for the place. 1 steam turbine. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting career. I enjoyed my job. But once the old school management, who came along as operators and knew what they were doing, once they retired and then they brought in people that never operated, they tried to run the place. That's when it went downhill. And as soon as after that, I was like, I have to retire out of here and go somewhere else. So it turns out the guy that I'm working for now was the supervisor for the chiller plant at West Point. He knew of me. We knew of each other. He hired me on, and I started out as an operator where I'm at now. It's another pharmaceutical research facility on a much smaller scale. But now I'm the instrument tech, and also basically the trainer for all the new guys that come in. I hold training for operations and water testing and whatever else needed. How to use tools without hurting yourself or the equipment. And I enjoy doing the instrument tech. I'm tired of doing the bull work. I'll teach you how to do the bull work without hurting yourself or your equipment, but I'm just going to stand back and make sure that everything goes correctly and tell you how. And even my own work is instrument work. But I was also on the fire brigade at West Point, so that was kind of fun. I mean, coming from the Navy, pretty much everybody on board ship is a trained firefighter, and I kind of enjoyed that. So I volunteered in the fire brigade at Merc while I was there too, and that, of course, threw me a few extra shekels with overtime and different groups of people getting to know and some training and all that kind of thing. So it was all good and fun. Anyway, we'll end it on that. We'll have more to talk about the next time around. Next time I can get on is Sunday night. Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays I work second shift, so I'm on till 11 o'clock. And then I'm off on Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays are my day off. Wednesday is a day shift. And then the 3 second shifts. It's a great schedule. It really is. I do 44 hours a week, but have 3 days off. I've never had so much time off in my life. I love it. So anyway, good fun tonight. Glad we could heat up the airwaves, and to anyone we offended, I'm sorry. Anyone we educated, all right, you learned something. And that's all there is on that. W3SLK, W2VW, best of 73 from 883RE till the next time.
Yeah, 73 feet, 73 days.
Hello, Jim, big signal. Yeah, I don't know how things are going to work out on them short wavelengths tonight. It's messy.
Oh, I know. It's terrible there. I turned it on. I actually turned it back on. But, yeah, I'll tell you what. You and Dave and the other gentleman we just signed up with, they were solid. I mean, Dave was 40, well, he was basically 60 over when he talked. The other gentleman, he was about 40 over. But yeah, I gotta tell you, I guess because we're too close, you're like up and down, you're all over. And that's what it has to be. I mean, so I don't know, it's kind of weird for us passing it pretty close, I guess.
Yeah, Mike is not exactly upstate, but he's up north of us, around Danville, I think it is, up around that way. And if he's still here, he can narrow that down. I know he's not exactly upstate, but he's further north of us. Not quite the middle of the state, in that area, generally speaking. But yeah, both those guys have been good signals tonight. Mike has been 10 to 20 over, and Jay's been 30 to 40 over. You're up there in the 20 dB over against 9 neighborhood, a little movement around. I'm probably the lowest powered station here now, so I'm probably more susceptible to QSB in that sense. Yeah, I don't know, Jim. I got the video gate going over there. I don't know how good that's going to be. It's just too much of a mess. So we'll go over there, see what's going on. I haven't heard anyone locally, so I don't know what that's going to be like. It's worth it. N3UGY from AA3RE.
Anybody got a grip on this mud duck Cinderella rep? So I know that's pretty rough. We haven't heard anybody as well. So yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you. I put another antenna out. I don't know if I told you that. It's got about 100 foot. It's a half wave on this band, so it turned up real nice. It worked real well and all that. Been having a blow with it. And shooting like, oh my god, it's nice. And the blower band, crazy. Made a world of difference there. So yeah, the wife even helped me put it up. I come home from work and she had the little trailer filled up with all the goodies I needed, and she was ready to go. I'm like, oh, I guess we're doing this. And, so yeah, it worked out really well. I didn't play around with it. I guess they call it the senior GR5G. That's what they call it. And anyway, it's up, it's running, it's working. I'm done. I'm done for now anyway, but you can never have too many antennas. You know how that goes. N3UGY over to AA3RE.
Yeah, you peaked out at 20 over, hanging out mostly on the plus side of 10. In the very beginning, you were QSB'd with phase distortion, but if you understand everything you said, you never really dropped below much under S9. But it came back up again nice and strong, so I'd say that is working for you. And the reason it's working so well is because you have the YL helping pull it up. Come on, that's the station. So, yeah, it's working. And then, obviously, if you can't hear them, you can't work them. So if you're hearing everybody, that's half the stinking battle. Just hang out a couple more weeks, and I won't be so messy to listen to. I'm running that QRO transmitter. Just waiting for it to get shipped to me, and built and shipped. A few more weeks, somewhere around Thanksgiving, it should show up on the doorstep, and then we're off to the races. And my monster is loose. So anyway, I got to hit the little boys' room. I've been down here talking for over an hour, and I need a quick break. And I guess I can see you over there on the short wavelengths. See if that works out or not. And if not, well, there's always the alternative. I'm sure you and I can hear each other through that mess. And if we get it started, you know how it is. We build it, they will come. Anyway, I gotta go to the little boys' room. And I'm going to jump out of here for now, but I'll kick you back there if that's what we're going to do. AA3RE.
All right. Man, trying to do it. I don't know if I'm going to hold you up doing that. That just wouldn't be right. All right. I'll be around, maybe some pop around, but I don't know. I might be in there, I might not. I might pop on 10 meters. But go see if I can find purple on 10 meters, almost every 10 meters, something like that. But I think the other one's going to be nothing. But anyway, with that, we'll check you soon on I'm going to tell you around here, and do your thing.
Yeah, then if nobody shows up there, I'll probably go up to 10 meters too, because as messy as that is, 10 meters is probably still open. And probably still a little bit of fun. All right, one way or another, I'll catch you later there, Jim. Thanks for the shout here. I do like this band here. This is good fun. Anyway, 7-3 for now, and for UGY 8830, you gotta run. What a mess.
We'll have to see if we can hear anybody in there tonight, Prager. I can hear you. Man, it's raw tonight, isn't it? It's terrible. It's nasty. Last night, yes, indeed. Last night was good. Yep, definitely. Yeah, that made my day. Made my day. She got voted out, don't you know? Oh, wow. Who were you yakking with that early in the morning? Oh, by golly. All right. Damn. That raffle? Well, that's good. It kept you awake and kept you going. Yeah, I wasn't in there. I went and watched what was going on there, and I just went up to the radio last night. I wanted to check it out and see what was going on, who was winning what, and it was pretty interesting. Pretty. I don't know. It all worked out. I got up this morning, went to work by 5:30. Well, it was earlier than that, just about 5:30, and they pretty much said that he did the deal. So there you go. So yeah, by golly, he did it. So what you running tonight there? I'll be doggone. How about that? Yeah. Sounds good. Does. It's doing the deed. I got the SBE. That's what I'm on tonight. I'll turn that background fan off. But yeah, I'm going to turn Turner Plus 2 and little Skippy. Doing about 30 watts. You know, that's not much. If I need more, I'll throw it up higher. But yeah, it dropped down. The noise level dropped down. So when I first turned it on, it was like 9S units. So I'm like, oh man, that's going to be a bad night. Oh wow, how about that? That must have been earlier. Well, I don't know. I had this off. I turned it on. I heard the message. I turned it back off, and I was listening to those guys on 160 for a bit, but I was ordering parts. So I didn't really even talk to them guys. I was up there ordering parts and researching a little bit, trying to get good old American parts, which who knows? I don't know. But anyway, it's stateside, so it won't be so long. Well, I have a sneaky feeling when Freebird's ready, he's ready. He's not waiting on anybody else. By golly, he's going to get in there and let her rip. Roger on the free flight fly. Free flight. 10-4. Roger. Who disappeared? Oh, yeah, I haven't heard him. What, you just heard him again? Yeah. Yep. I don't know. You're not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna hear. What's his name? Date Buster, Bite Buster. I don't think I'm gonna hear Bite Buster tonight. Well, by golly, however it migrated in my head, it worked. I never wanted to put that much thought into it, but I always had problems with his handle. It took me a long time. It did. I don't know. It's one of those handles that you don't. I don't know. It just don't jive in my head.
Oh, man. Oh, holy cow. Hang on a minute. Countywide.
I don't think I'll have a problem hearing you over that noise. You're in. You're in like Flynn.
Yeah. I hear you too. No problem. No pain, no strain. You're doing your thing here. Of course, your thing was bigger there on the shorter wavelengths, but I hear you just as well here. Hello. Oh, God, I hate getting old. I know who you are. why, why, why can't I think of your handle, Mike? It's Mark. Is it Mark? Somebody's calling you, JR.
I thought I heard somebody very light in there, but I did hear him say JR. I don't know. It's going to be a little rough there, but good evening, whoever's out there saying JR. I didn't know you guys were talking to Alley Cat. All I heard was Pete and JR in there. Good evening, time, gentlemen. Green Dog back on the side.
Ah, it's the green dog. Yeah, that's it. Alley Cat. Why couldn't I think of Alley Cat? I heard you in there, Alley Cat. Top of the evening. And hello, Green Dog from your countywide radio.
There you go. Good evening, Green Dog. You rascal. You popped in there. Surprisingly, I ought to flip over to my horizontal side now. I think I'd probably pick you up pretty doggone good. Well, I'm going to tune down on my other radio. I'll get on my other radio real quick. And I'm on the flat side there, so give me a moment.
Yeah, Green Dog. Talk to me a little bit so I can get my flat side antenna on you. Green Dog. Talk a little bit on the flat side so I can get my antenna on you.
Well, last time I remember, I think I had this antenna pointed down toward your way or JR's way. And with only it being a two element, that world was kind of broad. So I got both of you in there.
All right, I got you. A couple S units stronger and less interference. So I hear you good. On the vertical, I was getting too much skip land in there, kind of coming in with you. But now I got you in the clear. Oh, Green Dog, 441 is Spitfire on the horizontal antennae.
All right, that's about 441, Roger. Yeah, no doubt. I'm just working this little Yaesu 450D. And how about it, JR? You all tuned up now? Yeah, I got you on the flat side there. Only running maybe about 10 watts, something like that maybe. But yeah, boy, you sound a lot better on the flat. I got a new wire up in the air. That's what you're on, is a wire? Yeah, I'm on my horizontal wire. It's up about 100 foot now. Holy cow. Yeah, I got about an 8 on you, sometimes going to 9. And what kind of wire? Is it all center fed? Is it a dipole? Is it end fed, half wave, full end fed, random wire, or what is it? Well, actually, they call it a GR5V senior antenna. It's 206 foot long, and let's see. It's a multi-band antenna, so it's kind of nice. So we'll tune any band with your antenna tuner on your radio. So it's 3 and 1 less on any band. And that's not too bad. So that's what we're running, and I'm running about 15 watts.
That's a G5RV. It's a guy's call sign who invented it, the G5RV. And it's a derivative of a doublet style antenna.
Wow. And he was impressed with the way it was, for what it was, and how he was able to run it. I think they claimed off the ladder line you're supposed to run 50 foot of coax. Is that correct? Yeah, I got 53 foot of ladder line, and whatever my feed line, my coax is going to it. It's well over 50 foot though. That's about 100 foot, 100 foot plus coax going to the feed line. So that's what I got. And it works nice.
It's a G5 RV.
Yeah, yep. I bought mine from MFJ a couple years back, and I never did play around with it because when I bought it, I was still living in Pomptown. Didn't really have the means to put it up. The Junior, I probably could have.
Yeah, G5 RV is a doublet style dipole antenna. That's the category that it fits into. But yeah, JR, if you could give me a little bit more than 15 watts, it would make it easier on my ears. I hear you all right, but you're down in the dicky weeds.
All right. Well, we can do that. I can give you a little bit more. It might help you there. You know, there you go. That should bring me up a little bit.
Yeah, that made life a lot easier. You went from an S5 to an S7. And I'm on my horizontal tri-bander. So 3-element tri-bander. And I got it pointed towards the green dog and tried moving it back and forth. And I kind of got it split now between the two of you. And I hear you both fine now. I heard you before, but any noise that came in made it harder on my ears. So hopefully I got enough signal for the both of you guys on my not so high off the ground 3-element tri-bander on the horizontal plane.
I hear you really well, Pete. How does JR sound to you?
JR and you are both about the same, 7S units, something like that. Both about 7S units, but easily understandable because I have no skipland noise making a mess of things. Unlike the vertical, I got all kinds of skipland mess.
Yeah, I hear a good bit of it too, but it's not registering on the S meters. And even though it's kind of noisy, I can hear it in there, but there's nothing like running my audio too loud.
No, you both sound good to me. You both sound good, and a horizontal antenna pointed to the northeast took out all the skipland noise, but my vertical picking up everything and just was noisy. So this is way better.
Yeah, I actually have no noise level at all with this antenna. Well, being on the flat side, it's all that crapola is gone. So that's a nice. I like that. I definitely like that idea. That noise level went from I don't know, saying that's an F7 to an F0. So big difference. Big difference indeed.
I got the similar results, and the vertical is around S5 skipland noise. On the horizontal, I got no noise, none, zero.
Yeah, I really like this antenna, but it takes up a lot of vertical room, and I don't know what you guys think, but so it's a Delta Loop style antenna, the V quad, 2-element. What do you think about running a mast up in between the 2 elements to run a vertical?
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that unless it's fiberglass or non-metallic mast. I wouldn't run any metal up in the middle of a V quad.
See, that's what I was thinking too. And I like your idea. I think a 3-element would do good over here on the chimney side of the property, but not on the garage side. Too many trees close, and the V-quad's nice because it sticks up instead of laying flat and transmits horizontally. But if I were to put it up any higher, I'd be tickling the tree nuts.
My horizontal antenna is only, generously speaking, is 15 feet off the ground. and I got to keep it there because it's below the tree canopy. I go any higher and I'm up into the trees and get hung up. It's a really big antenna. But my vertical antenna is 85 feet up in the air, and it works great for most circumstances. But this horizontal beam really shines on 10 and 15 meters, and obviously it shines to have it, with the other horizontally polarized stations here. So it's good to have for sure, even if it's not as high off the ground as I would like.
Right, yeah, that'll definitely help lower your noise floor for sure. You got an iMac tied up, and I remember you telling me before, but I was curious, and I've been thinking about it because I have one, and I have trees. What kind of knot did you use? And I imagine you tied it up about halfway, three-quarter of the way up.
What I did was tied the rope to the mast U-bolts, tied a knot there, just whatever kind of knot you want, the mast U-bolts, and then I took the rope along up to the first joint up there and put it in a couple of half hitches, and then used that. That rope went up and over the tree branch, and I raised the whole thing up. So basically 2/3 of the antenna is above the tree branch, and the bottom third is below the tree branch. And I just used a couple of half hitches up there at the joint, and it hangs there in the tree, and 85 feet, and works really well.
Yeah, 10-4. I'd be happy with this 50 feet here where I'm at, I think. But yeah, you turned me on to something new there, and I thought, well, I have one of those, and well, I got a tree overhanging the garage there. Sure would do a lot better way up there. Yeah, I think I'm going to try that maybe this winter.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you'd be pleased with the results, and it's really easy to do. There's no fooling around with masts, no nonsense. You just hang it from a convenient tree branch that's high off the ground, and tie it off, and call it good. I'm pleased with the results.
I'd be happy with you getting a vertical. I'd be relatively pleased. I'd be ecstatic. I think it'd be insane. Because how long you been talking about doing something like that? I don't want to go there again, but you know what I'm saying. JR, I sent a picture of my vertical to you, and you were very displeased. Dude, I didn't have enough drink left in my bottle to handle that picture. I just couldn't do it. It didn't work. Pete.
I'm listening.
He was ragging on me because I've been talking about it for a while, getting a vertical up. But then I hear all the horror stories of all that noise and that trash these guys hear, right? But I told JR one evening I put a vertical up, and I sent him a picture of a back of the set antenna on the back of the radio.
Oh, good grief. Oh, good grief. That would make my head hurt too. But yeah, like you got to have more than one antenna. If you're going to play radio, you got to have one horizontal, whether it's a dipole or a beam, and you got to have a vertical, whether it's a beam or just a stick. You got to have one of each. You really do. And then you can meet whatever requirements you need at the time. And I'm a firm believer of more than one antenna. And for any band, I've got more than one antenna for every band I go on, vertical or horizontal, gain or omni. You just gotta. So you already have the antenna. I don't know if you got a method for slinging it up over that branch you want to get to, but my method is the bow and arrow with the fishing reel attached, and tie the fishing line to the arrow, shoot it up over the branch of choice, and then pull up a rope with the fishing line, and then tie the rope to the antenna and pull the antenna up. Works really well for both verticals or wires. You can get them where you want them and hang them up as high as you'd like. I got wire antennas up at close to 100 feet, at least 80 or 90 feet. I got the vertical up at 85 feet for sure. Because I measured it. So, you know, that's the way to go, man. Height is might, of course. And if you got trees, use the trees to your advantage. And you'll be amazed at the results. When I went from about 40 feet in the air with my IMAX to 85 feet in the air, wow, what a difference is all I could say.
Yeah, I bet. JR, I had a question about your D5 RV. You said you had 100 plus feet of coax going out to the Twin League. Do you have any of that elevated, or is that all laying on the ground? Oh, my coax, that's buried under the ground. Yeah, my feed line is yeah, that's all under the ground. It's probably 100. It has to at least be 100 feet, I'm sure. Maybe slightly more. But yeah, it's all buried. Oh, so that's going out to your tower. Okay, 10-4. Yeah, I didn't know if you had that thing mounted somewhere else or what the deal was. So you got that underneath the ground plane then? I got the feed line attached to the cable, right? And it's just enough to reach it.
Uh-oh.
But there's enough slack in it to take the wind. So the center of it, the center of the...
Didn't make anybody drunk.
60, say 60 feet. And then the one end is 100, maybe a little bit more than that. And then the other end is probably about 70, 60, somewhere around there. So it's a tree to tree. That's what I did. And, I had an old potato launcher there, you know. I filled it up with 100 pounds of air and got me a little missile there. Away she went. Hey, you're making noise all the while doing it too, yeah.
I used the bow and arrow to get mine up, and all my high up antennas use the bow and arrow method, and that seems to work out well for me. If that didn't work out, my next step would have been a potato launcher, because I think you can get even more height out of those things. But I've been able to get 90 feet out of the arrow, so that's all I need.
Yeah, I have my kid's old youth bow here, so one of the, I think that, I'd probably use a full-size arrow. I have a couple carbon fibers, so I'd probably swing one of them up there with some line attached to it. Yeah, that's how we hung a tire swing way back when I was a little kid. I don't know if my dad and the neighbor were drinking or not, but they were trying to fire that arrow up there and couldn't get it on the branch they wanted, so they told me to do it. Son of a gun.
One tidbit of advice: take a nut, you know, regular old standard nut that fits over the arrow, and then put a little tape around it so it's up there near the point. That gives it enough weight to help pull, you know, it up and over the other side and pull the fishing line. I found that if you don't have any extra weight on that arrow, the arrow itself isn't necessarily enough weight to continue pulling through on the fishing line to get the thing back down on the ground. Because I did it a couple of times, got the arrow up over the branch, and it just hung there. It wouldn't come down any further. So I took a nut that slips over the arrow and taped it in place at the head of the arrow, and that's been enough extra weight to carry things through.
Completely understood. Yep. Yep. 100%.
And it doesn't detract really from any height or anything, getting it up and over. You know, it doesn't take away any of that, but it does give you that extra needed weight to get the arrow to carry through and fall down to the ground with the fishing line behind it.
Well, way over that 100-foot mark. My wife's watching it. She says it's going to hit the house. I'm like, it took a while to come down. It was funny though. it went way over that thing. So maybe 100 pounds of pressure. But I put a new reel on it too. I had one of those little Zepcos, but then I went and got one. I had a big what the hell, bait caster, bigger diameter, and put that on there. Man, I'll tell you what, that thing, it just goes.
Yeah, the trick is to get it up and over where you want and to carry through and keep on coming. Because nothing is more annoying than getting up over the branch that you want, and whatever it is you got up and over the branch won't come down to the ground.
Yeah, it's actually a 6-inch missile I made out of PVC. Cap the ends, with the round cap, then put a little eye screw in there on the end, and run the line through there with a swivel. That's the deal. And by the way, there, Green Dog, say hi to Alley Cat. He's in there. He was asking about you the other week, so he can probably hear you, I think. Say hello to Alley Cat.
Hello, Mr. Alley Cat. Yeah, the other week I was in there, and I think I brought another amplifier. I think my 100 amp power supply is.
No, I can't hear him. I can hear you two though.
Box.
Yeah, he's talking right now.
Because I wasn't there for a signature, the guy ran it back into the truck, and I'm kind of upset about that. But we did get one of the
Real wide.
I did say hello to you, by the way.
I want to check that. Just make sure it's not.
I just couldn't remember Alley Cat at the moment. I was having a senior moment.
No speaking.
You hear him, Alley Cat?
Who's that? Green Dog? No.
Okay. Never mind, Green Dog. He couldn't hear you. Well, I'm sorry about your loss on the amp. That's not a good thing to be telling me you lost another amp. We're going to have funeral services for your junk.
I may have to borrow that launcher of yours, JR, because that thing sounds like it gets up higher than my Arrow. And I really want to try and get my IMAX up at about 100 feet. And I seem to struggle to get to the 100-foot mark. But it sounds like if I got your launcher, I could probably go for the 110, 120 mark.
We need help?
Yeah, you got an air compressor, right?
Yeah, I got an air compressor, but it certainly sounds like your jammy there will altitude my Arrow.
It goes. Let me tell you, it does go. I couldn't stop laughing the whole time it was going.
I could get 140 PSI out of my air compressor. Is that too much?
I don't know. Actually, Mr. Skyrider told me, that I don't know if that's rated for even 100. He said, you're putting 100 pounds in that thing. He saw it. He says, yeah, he's shaking his head.
Well, at least if it's Schedule 40 and all the joints are good, it should handle over 100 pounds.
Our sprinkler systems are rated for 175 psi, and the Spears rep.
Yeah, that's right.
That even she said air pressure is different than water pressure. I always understood psi was psi. At the same time, they tell us you can't compress water into a system like we can air, but yet we hydro test the system to 200 psi, correct? So I told you it was rated for 175. She also proceeded to tell us that guys have died on the job site because of air testing their systems and something faulty or whatever happened, and a shot a piece of plastic and got the guy in the heart, direct shot or whatever, and he ended up dying.
Oh, man. Oh, well, that's a hell of a thing.
Well, I'm going to go with a couple of things, being in that kind of industry my entire life. And pressure is pressure. And yes, you cannot compress water and you can compress air. But pressure is pressure. Pounds per square inch is pounds per square inch. The differential factor is temperature. So something that can handle 100 pounds per square inch at room temperature, when you start heating it up and the temperature gets higher at a certain point, the ratings change according to temperature, but pressure is pressure.
I guess that's why they say, so we use a CPVC product, and the guys that come around with that orange spray foam to as like a draft stop or a fire block, they might want to call it. They say while our pipe is under pressure, and that stuff comes in contact with it, the heat that's involved in the curing process for that spray foam to actually work somehow interacts with our pipe, and I guess it could cause a catastrophe.
Yeah, something that can handle 100 psi at 100 degrees can't handle 100 psi at 300 degrees. It's like the pressure has to be a temperature rating along with it.
Unless there's water in it, right? Because you could boil water in a plastic jug.
Still, again, temperature changes the pressure rating of any material, whether it's PVC, steel, bronze, aluminum, whatever. It all has a pressure and a temperature rating. So you can exceed, go up to a certain pressure, but don't exceed this temperature. Or if you exceed that temperature, the pressure rating usually goes down.
Okay, so moral of the story, JR, is we're telling you got to be careful with that launcher of yours. And Pete, you want to use it too, so just be careful. You know better.
Well, I would try it out first at the used, the test pressure of 100 pounds. I'm just saying my compressor could do 140, but it sounds like from JR's giggles that 100 psi ought to get it far and high enough.
Because I don't think you need 100 psi, especially in that small chamber.
And there was a break.
That's what I used, and it did go. So I mean, I don't know if he wants to try 60 or 100 pound or 80 pound, that's up to him. But I just tell you what I used on it. It impressed me, but it might not need that much if he's only going up 100 foot.
Yeah, we'll have to start out low and raise up to get where I want. I think there was a breaker in there too. It sounded like Joker, maybe.
Yeah, Joker.
Was that you breaking in there? Hello, Joker. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup.
Good evening. Am I working?
You're working to my radio station. I hear you. I do.
I barely hear him over here, but I'm on the flat side.
I'm on the flat side too, but I hear the alley cat. I hear the Joker. I hear the green dog. I hear you. Everybody's coming in on my horizontal antennae.
Joker sounded good over here on my end.
Oh, you guys are flat side tonight.
Yeah, because that's all Green Dog has, and that started the conversation. He's got a vertical, but he needs to hang it from a tree branch. So there's no more leaves on the trees, Green Dog. No more excuses. Get that antenna over a tree branch.
Yeah, let's get it up.
Right on, right about here, right about there, right about now.
Oh my goodness, there he is, Mr. Panty Snatcher. I know he's on the vertical, but anyway, good evening, Panty Snatcher.
What's up there, Panty Snatcher?
For the base station, get on down.
Hey, how about it there, son-in-law? You hear me on this flat side not pointed your way?
Somebody's getting back to me, but you can either tell them the band, you know who, or they're for the base station somewhere outside.
All right there, Panty Snatcher, son-in-law. I was on the flat side, not pointed your way, but I guess you couldn't hear me. Let me wave my hand. Countywide Radio, 441.
Hey, right back, Pete. You can either tell them, man, we got it better. Yeah, this is how your scanner bad just got off from work. And I got the old base station. I've got this only $8.99, about 20-some feet in the air. And yeah, here we are. No doubt. But yeah, I'm gonna eat my dinner here, sit back and sandbag. Sounding good like you should.
Yeah, sounding good. We all went to the flat side because it was noisy skipland noise, and that got us all away from it. But it sounds like the skipland noise has finally gone away at 9 o'clock at night. So I'm back on the vertical, and we'll see how that goes. All countywide radio, the Spitfire and Classic Radio Roundup.
That's why you couldn't hear me.
Couldn't hear who?
Roger that. Actually, no, I'll be right back. I gotta get the model. I got an old. What the hell is it, man? I gotta get the model. I gotta see if anybody has a power cord or a mic for it. I'll be right back. We need a mic cord for it.
He's got to check the model. You don't know. His memory is as bad as the rest of us.
I hear that. Yeah, I got some extra mic cords.
Who wasn't I not hearing on the flat side then? Is that you, Goose?
Yeah, I said you need help putting that antenna up. You didn't answer. So I guess you couldn't hear me.
Oh, maybe. Well, where you're at, you'd be on the back side of my beam right now where I'm pointed. I'm pointed up there towards the Green Dog, up around Fleetwood.
Roger, I hear that.
So you were on the back of my flat side beam, so it was a double whammy against you. But maybe that's the way I need to run then.
Yeah, maybe, so you gotta hear me.
If I don't want to hear you, now I know what to do.
Exactly. But yeah, I was asking you need any help to put it up 100 feet. I'll give you a hand if you need a hand.
All right, well, I appreciate that. It'll happen at some point. I want to try and get my IMAX from 85 feet to over 100 feet. And I'm not sure, but I think I heard Bite Buster in there.
Yes, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I did hear the Bite Buster. Bite Buster, you're doing good tonight. Top of the evening to you on this post-election day, countywide.
Well, everybody's happy. Well, everybody that we're talking to here. So I replaced the power supply.
Oh, yeah? What'd you do with your power supply arrangement?
I bought a switching one, so 100 amp.
Oh, well, more amps is always better, for sure. But it still would be best if you ran your radio on one supply and your amp on another supply if you can get away with it.
Well, that's what I have going. I have the original amp just original power supply driving the radio, and the other one just driving the amp. That's it.
Yeah, you should now have no problem now running maximum radiated power available without cutting your own lips off.
As long as it sounds good.
Yeah, this is AM, so it won't be as noticeable as on sideband, but you're sounding good, and you got a big signal down here tonight, so it's doing something.
Okay, as long as I don't blow everything up, I'll be good.
You're giving me an S6. I don't know if that's normal or not. I mean, on this radio, I certainly don't remember seeing you ever at an S6 level. But I don't know if it's because of this radio, this Cobra 142 GTL. But in any case, I have no trouble hearing you. So I'll clear off to the side and let you shout out to the rest of the boys and see if they notice any kind of improvement. Old Bite Buster, your countywide radio.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing of them. Hey, Green Dog, I'm going to get off and go to the vertical there so I can hear the rest of the world. But anyway, it's been fun. I'm glad I ran into you. Good to hear you as always. And get that thing up. We'll catch you later, all right? Oh, I know. That's right. Yeah, I didn't want to tie it up. Just want to get in there with the hand. 73 JR. Out there, can you hear me?
Yeah, hang on.
Anybody else I'm forgetting besides Penny Snatcher? 73.
See you later there, Green Dog. I still hear you on the vertical, so you're not out of my radio receiver. Just a little down in signal, but I still hear you. I'll let old JR switch over and see what he can do with the Bite Buster.
All righty, let me see here. There we go. Little that, little this. How about a Bite Buster? Yeah, I got a copy on you.
You're kind of low signal, but I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you very lightly, but I definitely hear you. About the same as always. You're about the same as you always are there. 1 a.m. there, Roger.
So what's your 20 now, so I can get an idea?
I'm over here between Boyertown and Oley, around Yellow House, if you know where Yellow House is.
I do not, but the other two, I get where you are.
Well, I got a big mountain behind me and it's blocking you, that's all. That's why we don't really receive you all that well. It's not that you're not getting out. It's just that mountain's killing me. I'm on the bottom of the base there, Roger.
He's got that big old fancy hill in his backyard.
Yeah, but he got that big old antenna. He should be able to jump over that hill. Yeah, right?
Oh, man, big old... That sounds like a train coming through here.
I heard a train kept rolling all night long.
Come on, guys.
Top of the evening, night train. Welcome to the roundup.
Good evening, night train. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Let's see, we got Pete, Joker, JR, Lightbuster. That's all I heard so far. Around the band, anybody that I didn't get, train sounding on the frequency.
What's up there, train?
Oh, not much. Just checking to see if this one's going to work all the way through this week. Last week, the receive cut out for no reason.
Yeah, did you fix that issue?
It fixed itself. I ain't do nothing.
I hear that.
It's easier when they fix themselves, but it still leaves a question open.
Yeah, I think you need some kind of spray or some deoxin or something cleaned or something, But let's run it and see what happened. No bagger tonight?
No, he won't be around. He thinks till at least the end of the year. He's got that stupid midnight shift thing going on in the middle of the week.
He's going to have that situation rectified. We might have to get together in March or something. 10-4?
Well, if he's in the same boat as I am, I'm now on the boat to where the way the stock market went today, if it continues, I have the choice to retire or keep working, and it's my choice instead of having to work because I didn't have a choice.
What the stock market do? Did it go up?
It went up like a rocket ship.
All right, what's going on, Mike? Hey, so how does this radio sound? A little better? I get a little better signal, maybe? No, it sounds the same as any other. I don't hear no difference, man. Come on. Check. I don't know if you have a meter on that radio. I do. Go ahead, say something. Maybe I'll get it to do something. I don't know. Something. Yeah, it went up, man. Bitcoin just flew up as well.
I feel like he's about an S unit stronger to me, but it could be because I'm on a different radio and they're all read a little different. But I feel like he's an S unit stronger than typical.
Well, but I usually get about a 3 on you. It is a little higher than a 3, but then again, this thing won't go down to 0. Well, at least I moved the needle. Oh, yeah, you always move my needle. And no problem with that. Just, you're not blowing no smoke or nothing.
And on that score, Night Train, you don't seem to be as strong as you normally are. So I don't know. I don't typically run this radio. I'm always thinking changing them up, so I don't know what's normal from radio to radio. I forget. But I feel like I usually see you stronger on the needle and Bite Buster less on the needle, and he's more and you're less.
That means something's wrong. Yeah, but I don't know what it is, though. It means that something's wrong, Pete. But I have no clue because, I'm on a different radio every time, This is the high gain 623, and
I'm doing about the best I can without turning on the big amp. Breaker.
One second there, Breaker. Yeah, you're on a different radio. I'm always on a different radio. You're running different power levels all the time, so it's hard to pin that stuff down because none of us are on the same equipment at the same level all the time. So that said, that's just what I'm seeing. So if you're running less power, maybe you're where you normally are. And I still feel like Bite Buster's a little stronger than usable to me tonight, but that could be just this radio. Cobra 142 GTL. I'm gonna let that breaker go.
Yeah, Rooster here, breaking in.
Rooster, countywide.
Radio. Night Train, you sound good here. Yeah, but this receive went out. It went out again. I gotta try to figure out what that is.
Now you dropped. Way dropped. Oh man, I hope I didn't break your radio. Being so close. Good Lord. Good evening there, Mr. Rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
JR.
Oh, JR, Mr. Loosey Goosey. What's going on there? Hey, by the way, Goose, I heard you when I was on the flat side.
Did you really?
I did. You putting all that stuff through the airwaves, it kind of cluttered up my flat side.
I hear that.
Sounding good, man. You're doing your thing. I like what you got.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, I'm back. I had to warm up another tube radio. It should be all right now, Pete. What you think?
Yep. Well, the other one was fine too. You just couldn't hear us reply apparently. But yeah. Oh, you're fine. It sounded like you. Signals your average place. I can't really pin it down because I'm always thinking changing radios every week.
Yeah, me too, man. I just had to switch to my sonar because the high gain lost its receive again. I clicked the switches and different things to try to get it to come back, and it wouldn't come back. Now, it did that same thing the last time you and I talked on that.
Yeah. I think you just need some deoxit on something in there somewhere if it's an intermittent like that. And if I remember right, somebody was it Misfit? I think wants to buy this radio. I forget who I promised this radio to.
Which one is that? Is that the is that the sonar?
Oh no. No. That's right. Joker's got his dibs on this one. It was the sonar was for Misfit. All right. Yeah. So Joker, pay attention. This is the Cobra 142 GTL.
Roger up. What microphone do you have on that?
My Diesel Echo microphone, handheld 5-pin. Oh, that sounds terrible. That sounded terrible.
You. Knock it off.
Yeah, you sound a mess. Joker, if you can intercept, the sonar is the one that you really want to buy.
Well, first one with cash is always the king.
Why are you telling me about this when you're asking for a sonar? If you kind of go past your house every day.
$1.50 for the sonar. And if I don't know, like Misfit, how else to get a hold of him. But I know how to get a hold of you.
That's not bad, $1.50.
Turn that echo off.
Yeah, turn that mess off.
What? You guys don't like my Echo? Oh. What was that dude's name? What was his name? Help me out, Night Train. I know you know who I'm talking about. Used to come in here all the time, and he ran wicked Echo. What the heck was his handle?
That was Charger. I'm still trying to see if he's alive, man.
Charger. Yes, thank you. That was the one. It was on the tip of my tongue. Charger. He always had that Echo way too high.
Charger used to sit up there on the hill with his Echo on and his mobile all by himself and sandbag. And then WTF. And then one day he disappeared, and we haven't heard from him since.
Him or I'm drawing another blank. He used to radio DJ on a low power FM station, and he was around all the time. When in the number 7 days, remember? What the heck was his handle? God, I hate when I can't remember people's names. I'm trying to give you hints. But he worked for Waste Management or something, delivering the trash cans for a while. What the heck was his handle? He was on all the time, and then he just disappeared. I'd like to run into him again, too.
You're not talking low key 100, are you?
Low Key. That's it. Thank you. Whoever that was, Low Key.
Hey, who was that knew that was low key?
Sound like Rooster.
Nah, that was somebody else. Who come up with the Low Key name? Thank you. Who was that?
It was me.
Who are you? Who is me?
Don't be shy.
What do you mean, don't be shy? What are you talking about? Yeah, Loki, the other guy, Wander, when he used to hang out all the time up there in East Greenville. But yeah, I need a power cord for this Lafayette SSB.
He still didn't identify himself.
That's the Penny Snatcher.
It's a panty snatcher. Oh, all right. Kick it back.
Yeah, that was Loki. Loki is still around, though, but he don't come on the air. He didn't like the way things turned out. So he kind of went skadoodle.
How can Low Key not like the way things turned out on Channel 13? He left a long time ago. He needs to check back in with us. I like Low Key. I miss him. But yeah, thanks for that, Panty Snatcher. It was Low Key. I miss that dude.
I know, I missed him too. I liked him too. But he gave up. Well, I think they might used to chase him around a little bit, whatever channel he go to, and just chase him. You know how that works.
Yeah, he needs to come back with Channel 13. I think he'd like the way things are now and have been for quite a time now. That's a shame that he went away. And the Tree Frog was another one I liked, and he just disappeared.
Disappeared too. Hey, Penny Snatcher, when did you get in there, man?
Penny Snatcher, I think, got in here just before you did.
About the grease monkey.
I don't remember Grease Monkey. I remember the handle, but I don't remember him.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, Grease Monkey was like a flash in the pan, came and went kind of guy. But Low Key was a staple for a long time.
Hey, he lives over here near me.
Who, Low Key?
10-4.
Why don't you tell him the Spitfire wants him back on the air? Just tell him I said so.
I got his number. Maybe I'll give him a call, Pete.
Somebody 10-5 that message for me. Him and I used to get along. I used to like talking to him.
I did too.
You get along with a lot of people.
Yeah, so what gives? Come on, tell him to come back. Tell him to come back.
All right, yeah. 10-4.
Tell him he's missed.
Player 1-3 breaker.
Come on, break.
Hey, Slam and Sam, checking in.
Hello, Slam and Sam, Spitfire on a classic radio roundup.
Hello, Slam and Sam. Oh, JR saying hello.
Hello, Slam and Slam. Night Train saying hello, mellow, jello.
Hey, Rooster. Good to hear you guys out there. I walk out of the room for a moment and somebody else comes in.
Well, you take your glad, Joker.
It's classic radio roundup. You never know who's going to check in when and for how long.
Sam is not a Sam. Or the Slammin' Sam is not a ham.
That's right. Slammin' Sam is not a ham. Say it 3 times fast.
I'm making ham.
I like my green eggs and ham.
Sam, I am.
Hey, Slam and Sam, where you been, man?
No, I'm still here.
I'm still here, Night Train. I'm still kicking. Yeah, I've been just been busy and finally got back on the radio here a little bit. I thought, oh, Wednesday night I'm going to turn it on. Roger that. Well, welcome aboard, man. It's been a long time. Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, you're sounding good. Your other radio sounded good too, but I guess the receive wasn't working. Yeah, it just clicked out on me. I don't have no control over it. I felt helpless. 10-4. Gotta get some work done on that one. I was hoping Bagger being there and he can tell me where to look because he knows that radio pretty well.
You better catch him on a Sunday night or during the daytime hours on sideband. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait a while for a Wednesday night.
I can catch him in the daytime. Him and Count Olaf, they be in there in the morning on sideband.
That's right. So if you want to catch him, you got to know when, because it ain't going to be Wednesday for a while.
That's a shame. That's not right. They're not. We should get together and where's his headquarters located?
I know where his headquarters are. Well, his headquarters is the boss's quarters. I don't know. Maybe we need to confront them. But yeah, they imposed this upon him, and that's the term. So unless he gets annoyed and retires, it's going to be a little while. He's going to be absent on Wednesdays, and it happens to the best of us.
I think he's running updates. You know, he should have told them people, hey, listen, money and all that, and this and that. But Classic Radio Roundup is Classic Radio Roundup. So whatever you guys are doing, we're going to need to put it on hold or we're going to need to change the date because it's Classic Radio Roundup on Wednesday night.
Well, I had my 3-year hiatus when my work schedule changed. I was gone for a complete 3 years. So he's only going to be gone for the most 3 months. So hopefully we can suffer through it.
I think we might make it through it. You know, we got old JR. Old JR can come in and give us a little advice on how to fix our radios. A bigger hammer.
I'll do what I can. I'm not on the Bagger level, but I got some knowledge on this junk.
I'm kind of thinking a little bit of deoxit will fix that. You know, and I'm thinking either one of the switches or the channel selector. I don't know.
I'd go with the relay and the contacts on them plug-in boards.
Plug-in board? You got modules in that? Yeah, I got modules in there, man. It was their top of the line, you see.
I remember Dave talking about that radio, and he had issues with it, and that's what he did. He pulled them boards out, cleaned the contacts on both sides, and he cleaned the TR relay, and then that took care of business. So I think that's what you need to do. Clean all the relay contacts and clean them contacts on them plug-in boards, both sides, the board and the socket.
Roger. All right, yeah, that would be a good next move. And see, it fooled me, you see. The next day after I talked with you, the rascal came on and was working fine. You know how they do. When nobody looking, they work all right. Then when you get on the air with all of the boys, then they get nervous and fail.
Classic dirty tube socket syndrome.
Or you can spend the whole night before Classic Radio Roundup getting your mic set. Everybody says it sounds really good, and then you come on Classic Radio Roundup and they go, oh, it sounds horrible. Specifications are subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. I don't read the fine print.
No warranties are expressed or implied.
Nice. Usually run mine during the week and get it all set up. Okay? I'll leave it on. See what happens. Sometimes I'll take a risk and jump out there and get my head chopped off. 10-4?
Yeah, I've been known to do the same. I'll run the radio from Wednesday up until the following Tuesday, and then the Wednesday I'll switch radios and bring it out cold, and it works most of the times. But sometimes I get caught with my pants down because it's got an issue.
10-4, yeah, it happens to me too, man. Like tonight. Well, last Thursday too. Last Wednesday. I said, oh my God.
Maybe next week I'll have to run my Sonar FS23 because it may be one of the last times I operate it. So if you don't come and get it before next Wednesday, that's what I'll run, my FS23.
I can't understand how anybody would get rid of their sonar. I don't understand that.
I'm getting rid of everything because there's something else I need to buy.
I want to be one of the big boys.
Yeah, tax, but yeah, maybe before next Wednesday. That's what I was actually asking what model it was.
Sonar FS Fox Sierra 23 channel. It's a good radio. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But you need a 3/4 inch microphone jack for the mic plug.
I have a brand new D104 in the basement that has I think that's got the phono plug on it.
Now you gotta watch whether it's the tip ring sleeve. They did not everybody does the hot, the ground, and the audio through the same tip ring sleeve.
Audio. Actually, now that we're talking about it, the mic is actually in this room. Let me look at it.
Yeah, because I got some radios that with that 1/4 inch phono jack, and they and not all wired the same.
Hey, what are you running tonight?
Cobra 142 GTL. It's also for sale.
Sounds good too. Roger, what you on, JR?
I'm on my dedicated Dad's Trinidad 3.
I think I hear the funky ground plane in there.
You do? Well, all the radios from you guys, because all I want to know is, can you hear me now? Yeah, but you keying up with funky ground playing there, Panty Snatcher. Well, that's what Panty Snatcher does. That's what he does.
Just let the ground plane know the Spitfire opened the door for him.
Oh, Spitfire, everybody, Panty Snatcher. I come to stay. I just came and say, hey, funky ground plane, baby.
Top of the evening there, from funky ground plane from the Spitfire 441 on this old Cobra 142 GTL.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good, big brother. I ain't kidding you. While everybody talking about what kind of radio they on, I want a Striker Dustin built Striker 955 and stock mic. I want a Dustin built Striker 955 and a stock mic. I like them Strikers.
All them Dustin builts are classics now because there's no more being made.
Yeah, well, you got to get in contact with Dustin. You got to get in contact with Dustin. He's still building them. Dustin's still building them.
Oh, I must be mistaken in my own mind. One of them R&R guys passed away. I guess it wasn't Dustin, it was the other guy.
It was Dustin's dad, right? He passed away. That passed away. That was the dad that passed away. But Dustin came out with the original Dustin kits. The original Dustin kits, the competition Cobra 29. So he still does the Dustin kits. But yeah, I have original Dustin built Striker. Anyways, like I said, I ain't coming to stay. I just came to say, hey, funky ground plane, we're going to stock mic, and it's Dustin built Striker 955 in Norristown, baby.
10-4 there, funky. Yeah, my mix-up, it was Russ. So yeah, the Dustin's still around. 10-4, Roger, right on. But even still, some of that Dustin equipment is pretty good stuff. No doubt about it. Thanks for checking in at a classic radio roundup. Old Spitfire 441 on this antique flea market radio.
Okay, put on there, the Spitfire. Funky ground plane over here in Norristown, getting up.
You know, I had a copy on this.
Cruising my Lafayette, but I was cruising my Lafayette Cal State SSB 140 breaker.
Is that you, Panty Snatcher on the Telsat?
Hey, Panty Snatcher.
Where you go, JR? I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
You think I fall asleep?
Hey, 1 second. I think Bite Buster can hear Funky Ground playing up there around Dorney Park. You two hear each other?
I'm not sure if he can hear me or not. I'm not running no watts. I'm just on the bed for the radio. I'm probably peaking out about 70 watts. Probably about 40 RMS watts. I'm on Blockbuster up there in Dorney Park. Funky Ground playing in Norristown, standing by. He's giving me like 2 pounds, but sometimes noise. Yeah, I hear nothing. I did copy him.
10-4 there, Bite Buster. Okay, Funky. He hears you up around Dorney Park with a couple of S units. I think he's running more power than you say you're running, so I don't know why you can't hear him. But anyway, he hears you, so just passing the message.
Yeah, folks, well, tell him hello. Well, if he can hear me, hello to you, man. I'm not sure. He might be on a flat side or something like that. I'm on a ground plane. So I'm not sure. But hello, I do to you. If you can't hear me and you're running low watts when you're on a ground plane, you might want to look at putting your ground plane on wavelength. Height is always right, but put your ground plane on wavelength. Funky Ground plane in Norristown, getting down.
I wonder if he can hear Slam and Sam.
Slam and Sam. I know him.
Hey, Bite Buster, do you hear Slam and Sam? And I assume you hear Funky Ground playing, but I know you got the right antenna at the right height, so I don't know why he don't hear you. But anyway, so Slam and Sam wants to know if you can hear him.
That's because Funky Ground plane's got a higher noise level than that Spike Buster. That's why.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably the case because Bite Buster's out in the country and Funky is down there in noisy Norristown.
Taking a lot of champagne, so my ears might be clogged up.
Yeah, because I can't hear Slam and Sam.
Yeah, I think Funky, your ears are plugged up with that Norristown noise where Bite Buster's out there in the country with no noise.
No, I'm actually, I'm not getting no noise. I'm not getting no noise right now. But maybe I was drinking too much champagne last night. I was celebrating our 47th president. I was celebrating number 47, so maybe I celebrated too much.
Yeah, I think we all did a little bit of celebrating, at least the most of us, anyhow. So anyway, I'm just here calling balls and strikes. 10-4.
410. All right, I'm gonna stand by, man. Whoever I can't hear, hello to you. I'm sorry. I might be getting some noise. I'm not sure. But hello to you guys out there. Funky Ground plane, Norristown, getting up.
How about your rooster? You got a copy?
Yeah, I have 1 in a pound noise level. One pound.
Yeah, I can hear you, Slam and Sam.
I don't even hear nothing breaking my noise level. So it's surprising to me that anybody can hear me. Because usually, if they're running around the same watts that I'm running, usually I can hear them.
So you're running your box, Slam and Sam?
No, I'm barefooted.
Now that question was for Slam and Sam.
Where are you running tonight, Slam and Sam?
I'm just using the Galaxy 959 mobile with a Turner Plus 2.
Alright, I'm waiting for you to hook up that SBE.
Yeah, I can hear him talking to Slam and Sam. He's giving me almost 7 pounds. Everybody's giving me 5 or more. I can't hear Slam and Sam at all. So for him to be able to hear me is kind of abnormal.
Means he's got alligator space.
Alligators are running, that's what it is. 10-4. Slam and Sam. Get that Cortez out.
As long as you hear the Spitfire countywide radio station, everything else doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, he can hear me. He can hear me too.
Oh, I hear you, and I know you hear me and my countywide radio.
I don't hear you. I'm deaf.
Yeah, y'all gonna make me pump up. Matter of fact, let me turn this box on. Let me see something. Y'all gonna make me.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
Full of mess, right?
Yeah, Slam and Sam, I usually don't hear you unless you have your box on. Well, how am I coming in over there, Rooster? No signal, but I can hear you.
Where are you at, Slam and Sam? Refresh me on your 1020.
I'm over here in Earlville.
Oh, worldwide panty snatcher rocking the mail. Bring up!
Yeah, Roger on the Earlville. Well, I got a good signal on you, Slam and Sam. No trouble hearing you at all.
Hey, by the way, Slam and Sam, I gotta ask you, I'm trying to think if you're first, but there's another guy right up the road from you, or right down the road from you, that has a aluminum ground plane up there. Who's that?
I'm not sure. Where's Slam and Sam? Where's Slam and Sam located?
Earlville.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you know, he's only probably within a half mile away from you.
Yeah, well, I'm in Northtown. I'm smack dab in the center of Northtown. I'm in between King of Prussia, Plymouth Meeting, and
Yeah, well, this guy's right there on the main track. He's on the same road you are. 562. He's on the same road.
I'm right across the street from the old Montgomery Hospital in Northtown. So, you know, I can hear everybody else fine. I don't know.
All right, the next time I go by, I'll get more of a bearing on it. Because I didn't. It just seemed like it went up. I never seen it before, so I'm like, huh. I was curious. All right. Well, next time I go by there, I'll be more accurate.
10-4. You ought to turn that box on there, Slam and Sam.
I'll be back.
Okay. Who is that? Goose?
Yipper.
I need you to call me, man. I want to talk to you about something. I need you to call me.
All right, give me a couple minutes.
Okay. All right, let me get out of here, man. Hello, around the band, Petty Snatcher, my homeboy. Hello, JR, everybody else around the band. Funky ground playing, good luck.
Yeah, right here, right back. Hey, Foggy, right here, right back. Me at Barefooted Base Station around Solderton, Pennsylvania.
You sound good, Kevin. Hey, Petty Snatcher, you can't be barefooted. Barefooted radio. Heck yeah, you cover up everybody. 5 and you driving over the damn near.
Oh, man.
Giving you around 5 pounds, maybe 4. We can forget about it.
Oh, man.
I'm barefooted, dude. I'm just on a temporary setup. I'm barefooted, that's it. Alright, I'm sitting.
1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
All right. What kind of signal I'm giving you up there? Am I giving you like a
1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
Don't do that.
I got a 1 swing and a 3.
Yeah, somebody don't want me to talk. Somebody kidding up.
In there stirring the pot.
Yeah, that's what that is, stirring the pot.
Geesh.
Somebody stirred the pot. I'm just turning up the temperature.
Hey, listen. Cause y'all you sound good, man. You sound alright, man. I don't have a problem there, 10-4.
I just went from simmer to boil is all.
You want somebody to boil. Why you trying to key on me? I'm just trying to have a friendly conversation.
Just having a little bit of fun with you and Panty Snatcher, but you've been keying up on everybody else.
I'm not intentionally keying on everybody else. I asked for a break. I'm not trying to key on nobody. If I want to key on somebody, I can key. This is over. I'm out.
No, it's all good. Don't read anything into it that's not there.
No, I'm not reading nothing. Everything is cool. I'm just not trying to key on nobody.
No, I know you're not, but you are, and so is everybody else. But it just happens. Don't read nothing into it. So I was just having a little bit of fun with you and the Panty Snatcher is all, because everybody else was talking, and I just threw my 2 cents in. That's it.
Yeah, well, I apologize, man. I apologize. If I key on anybody, I apologize. Slam and Sam, go up to 15. Nobody mad at Funky. So I'm gonna
Yeah, you just can't hear most of these guys up this way. That's the problem. You're an outlier in the geography. You just can't hear these guys.
That's like me. I can't hear nobody.
Okay. I can hear everybody, but one or maybe two people. I can hear everybody.
Panty snatcher, you can't hear nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. You can't do nothing. So just stop.
What are you talking about? You keep saying you blowhole.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Hey. You don't want to mess with Penny Snatcher.
Panty snatcher's my son-in-law. I can do whatever I want to him.
Okay. I was just saying. Well, you taught your son-in-law good. Because the last time I messed with Penny Snatcher, I had a rough night. The last time I messed with Penny Snatcher, I had a rough night. So I ain't got nothing but respect for him. But if that's your son-in-law, then you did a good job.
Yeah, him and I know each other well enough that we know it's all good. And I allow him to mess with me, and I mess with him, and then we entertain each other. But we know where it's at. We know where it's at.
Yeah, Photon. I can appreciate that. Photon.
I just want to know, can you still hear me now? Hey, just all this blah, blah, blah going on. This 3 pills, a 4 pill, you know what I mean? I just want to know, can you hear me? Hey, neighbor. Hey, neighbor, can you hear me? Hey, neighbor. Can you hear me, neighbor?
You don't know who's who. You don't know who's what. You don't know what's going on. You don't have a clue.
I can hear you well. I can hear you.
Well, let me see this works, neighbor. Hey, neighbor. Hey, look at it. The back corner.
You don't know who's who, who's what. You don't know what's going on. You don't have a clue. You think you know. You think you're trying to be somebody, but you're not. Quit trying to be somebody that you're not, because you're just going on and on and on, blah dee blah 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 blah, and you don't have a clue.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Don't make me call Firestar.
Oh, we'll be walking around over there in the sweatpants mall in our sweatpants. Come on.
In the hot tub.
Yeah, don't make me put on my attender.
Yeah, you can't forget. What's up there, panty snatcher? Hey, good evening, Tom Goose. How you doing? I'm doing good, and you? Hey, Rojo. I'm gonna run and grab a hot pocket, man. I'll be right back.
I think I heard Skippy in there. Was that you, Skippy? I heard.
Hey, Goose, what's up with you?
I'm about to call you.
Okay. I actually got my phone in my hand, too.
Oh no, I think I lost control of the classic radio roundup.
No.
You ain't lose control.
Yeah, I think I did because Night Train signed out. He thinks I lost control. Where'd you go, Night Train? I didn't lose control.
He's sandbagging.
And then I thought I heard Skippy out there. Did I hear Skippy? I don't know. Somebody sounded like Skippy. Maybe it wasn't. I thought it was.
That was Green Dog.
Oh, grassing green dog. See, I don't hear you so well on the vertical. Got to get that vertical up in your tree.
Tree you go.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's up the tree he goes.
Yeah, Night Train don't like it when we lose control. It happens. I couldn't help it.
But this is how radio used to be.
As long as things, everybody's on the same page, what the heck? It's not really control is lost, is it? If we're all doing the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. We just mocking what it used to be like. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing real. I mean, well, he won't lose no sleep over it. I don't know, maybe you will, but he won't. You know what I mean?
No, I won't. You and I are on the same page all the time. Everything is subject to lampoon. Everything is open to being made fun of. And if you get butt hurt over it, I'm sorry.
You know, think you could be sorry, but I won't ever be sorry.
Oh, you'll be sorry, all right. You'll be sorry.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't no way. You know, it ain't. You know what I mean, neighbor? It just ain't gonna happen. No matter you're sorry, he's sorry, you're sorry. I ain't gonna be sorry. You know what I mean, neighbor? I'm back quiet.
Quit being a follower, because you're not a leader. You're not a leader, so you must be a follower. But if you're a follower, that means you're not a leader. So that means you can't lead because you're a follower. But you should stop being a follower and try and be a leader. And I'm back. What? Oh, man. Classic Radio Roundup has officially gone off the rails at 9:48 on Wednesday night.
Come on, Night Train, come back and talk.
I didn't think we went that far off the rails. We've been further off the rail. At least the taxi didn't go over the cliff, right?
Hold on.
Oh my God. I need it. I need it now. I know where to get it. I know where you get it. I know how you get it. And I need it. I need it now.
You want to know a funny thing? You know his neighbor Top Gun?
Yeah,
You know, he's married to Wizman's sister, right? You know that?
I do know that.
What do you know? And this is, listen, this is God's honest truth. I swear on my father's grave. I swear on my daughter's soul. His sister used to be his brother. 10-4?
What?
Yes, sir. Yep.
His sister used to be the brother that's now married to Top Gun.
Yep. So his brother, which is now his sister, is married to Top Gun.
Well, you know, whatever. Like, I live your life. If it makes you happy, fine. I just don't want to know about it. Come on.
Yep, Roger.
If you're happy and you know it, tra-la-la.
Clap your balls.
Hey, so, what's the news on Brainer?
News on who?
Brainy.
I don't know. Don't have an update. Usually Night Train's good for those updates, but I think you turn the knob to the left.
Come on, you didn't, I'm not going to say it.
I didn't think we got all that far off the rails to turn the knob to the left, but hey, that's what he felt, so I heard him sign.
Whatever.
I have to go back in the video gate and see what actually happened. I don't recall anything that far off the rail.
It's whatever.
That's right. That's right. It's unscripted, uncensored, G-rated, maybe R-rated? R-rated radio.
It is after 9 o'clock.
Not on this channel.
Well, it's not X-rated. PG-13, maybe that's it. Yeah, PG-13 should be our rating.
It is after 9 o'clock.
Well, yeah, well, Classic Radio Roundup goes from 8 to 10.
All right, well, after 10 o'clock somewhere.
PG-13, I believe, is our rating.
Because it is 13.
Yeah, not only that, we have plenty of innuendo.
What kind of signal am I giving you?
I don't know, enough signal to move my meter.
Hello?
An 8 on this Cobra meter.
What am I giving you now? Hello?
An 8 on my Cobra meter.
I missed that, what?
Same thing.
Really?
Really.
Huh. Anyway, whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the Cobra meter between 7 and 9 is not a lot of distance like some of my other radios where, you know, it's more noticeable. But it's Cobra meter, man. It squishes all the numbers together up towards the end.
Yeah, I'm thinking about turning the Cobra 2000 on. My old wood grain choke chain 2K.
I got my wood grain Cobra 142 GTL.
Me and my dual speaker Cobra 2K Cabot. You probably won't hear me on that thing. I'm squealing, I think. Probably won't hear me on that.
No, you're not squealing. I can squeal if I want. Told you.
Oh my God. I turned this thing off. This is out of control.
Does that make the dogs howl within 50 miles? Hey, what happened to my audio? Uh-oh, I broke it now. Now my receiver went. Well, I guess that's it for me. My audio receive went away. I could see signals, but I can't hear anything. So I guess I'm done. Oh, that sucks. Cobra 142 GTL just died. Oh.
Is JR here?
Oh, it just came back. I don't know what happened there, but my receiver died. Now I can hear again. Oh, now I can't hear again. Now I can hear again. What's going on here? Now I can't hear again. Oh, no.
They are listening to you.
I don't even know what's making that do that. Now my receiver's gone.
Bad jumper.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad jumper. I think it's a bad audio chip or audio connection or something. Maybe even mic cable.
Well, if you could hear me, I don't think you lost the receive.
Well, it's coming back and going away and coming back. I think it might be the audio receive wire on the mic not coming back. So I don't have to deal with that frustration no more. I'm going to just call it a night.
Hey, Countywide, you got a copy?
I do at the moment. It's not guaranteed I'm going to hear you when I unkey.
No, it's Slam and Sam here. I had a question.
I hear you for now, Slam and Sam, but my radio's acting up. But go ahead.
Who was the guy that was in here all the time? He was an electrician. Like about 3-4 years ago. He was in here all the time.
Sparky?
Whatever happened to Sparky?
Sparky's still around. He popped in, I don't know, a month or so ago and haven't heard him since. So I don't know what his story is.
Okay, thanks for the comeback there. I was wondering about him.
Yeah, he was in here about a month ago. He popped in after being gone for a couple years. He popped in and I don't know, he hasn't come back, but he is still around somewhere doing whatever.
10-4.
All right. My radio is acting up though. I have to smack the radio to make my receiver come back. So I ain't gonna put up with that for the rest of the night. I'm gonna call it the end for me. 7-3 all. Thanks for the fun on the classic radio roundup. 7-3 all the way around. Countywide.
This old Cobra 2K.
Yeah, I very, very barely got a copy on you. Yes, who we got there?
Oh, this is Mike Buster. You're sounding pretty good now. Now that the noise dropped down, you're sounding pretty good.
10-4 there, Mike Buster. Yeah, I got you in there. Yeah, I had to crank her up a little bit.
No contact, look at bag on countywide radio. I'm back out.
Other than that, I think you and I are the only ones out there, unless everybody else is still sandbagging.
Okay, yeah, I was talking to Rooster a little bit, and he went to 15. The channel 15. He said he'd be back, and I don't know where he went. I guess everybody fell asleep.